the most important thing is that you feel supported, nourished, inspired, and loved.
Okay, makes sense. So I was saying that, yeah, I have a couple of things I wanted to, like, more like topics, but I'm open. I don't know how you work, so I'm just here.
Yeah, awesome. If you have topics that you want to know about, I find it's best to start with that and ask that first. And we can cover as many as we can in our time together.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes what comes forth is a beautiful, helpful piece of information that can be applied in multiple circumstances. So, and sometimes it's distinct and it's like this information for this and this for that. But I want you to get the most out of our time together. So feel free to ask 25 questions if you have that many. But start off with the one that you would feel the most satisfaction having some guidance or insight with.
Mm-hmm.
And in a moment, I'm going to lead us through a short few moments of getting present, being mindful, a little bit of a guided meditation. And as soon as I start receiving information for you, then I will start sharing it immediately. I'm getting a feeling of releasing the need to have attention right now, focus, or any emotional attachment to any of that. All of that is being released, and someone else can pay attention to those details for the next little while, or they can figure themselves out. This is your time to be present with yourself, to feel incredibly supported, incredibly loved and nourished, and to give yourself that love and attention. So taking in another deep breath and imagining that all of your resources are coming to you, pulling in, returning to you, and that you're feeling your being filling up with energy, vitality, happiness, light, attention and awareness and focus for the things that you wish to do. And exhaling out anything that needs to be released, anything that does not serve that part of you, anything that you're ready to let go of. It's flowing away on your breath. It's flowing away on the river of life. It's flowing to wherever it needs to go. And with your next inhale, calling in the things that you may not know that you need, but that you've created a space in your being for those things to be attracted to you, for those qualities to come and fill you, for those people to come and be around you, for those logistical elements to start lining up in the way that magnetic molecules and particles will line up as they are best supported and structured. So all of those lining up around you, almost I'm getting a feeling of like rays going out from you, but also this sense of how crystalline structures are organized and molecules are organized and bonded. All of those things are coming to you, and you do not have to manage or manipulate any or all of the details, because some of them are self-organizing and self-orienting. So exhaling any need or emotions about what you need to do, or the expectations, or the managing of the tasks in front of you, feeling that things are organizing and arranging and orienting and bonding as they are designed to. And calling in all of the beings, seen and unseen, who want to offer you their love, their support, their guidance, their wisdom. They're coming in intentionally now, although they're always with you. And I'm getting this image of, seems to be baby birds in a nest. I'm seeing these little chicks with their mouths open, either ready for food or making little peeping sounds. And then also this image of them in a nest being cared for, but this fresh, new chick, new bird energy and the little peeping mouths. And if you feel ready in this moment to share an aspect of your life, a topic that you would like more insight or guidance on, this is a wonderful time where you can speak that out.
I would like to ask about what is in the way of making money from my service, from my business. Because in the beginning it seemed to start flowing, but since I had feelings for, there was a client I had feelings for, and then it kind of stopped, like something happened there. I would like guidance on that.
And this person, this client that you had feelings for, I'm getting this image of a car crash, but I don't think it's a literal car crash. Did it feel emotionally that it was like it caused car crash energy in your life?
Yeah, like very intense energy.
Mm-hmm. And is that client still in your life in any way?
We kind of are in distance now, but we are still emailing and so on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's married
Mm.
and he expressed feelings for me too.
Mm.
And it's been a bit difficult to let go.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I get the sense I will come back to talk about that dynamic. And one of the things I think that for me, this feeling of a car crash is also this idea of an accident and then a concern. I don't think it's a conscious, but it could be an unconscious concern for you of what if I now develop feelings every time I have a new client? This could get very like unmanageable.
Yeah.
Is that, I don't know if this has ever been a conscious thought, but it feels that it's maybe unconscious. Have you ever had that thought before of like, if this happens again, that's going to be really awkward or challenging?
Yeah, it might have been unconscious pretty much.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I'm going to see what else I have to see here. Back to the things of the cars, it also reminds me of it. It feels a bit like a garage door when it like slams shut. Not that they slam, or so maybe it's a car door that slams shut. That's also, it feels like the energy of it was almost like a door slamming shut on the flow of energy and money and clients that were coming through. Whoo, okay. Whoo, I'm feeling lots of energy now. Okay, okay. So, it's interesting. So I do some work with manifesting, and there's different philosophies about manifesting. And some say go really general because you're more likely to get what you want if you go general, and other people say go specific. One of the elements that I feel, and I don't know if you do intentional manifesting or not, but it feels that energetically when you started your business, there was the intention of radically helping people. And it feels that energetically it was general enough that this person, I'm not saying it was a helpful thing that you both had feelings for each other, but there was such a desire to create clarity for people, to help people, that you ended up helping in a way that was not what people really thought they were looking for. it's almost like I get the sense of that wasn't what either one of you thought was going to happen from the encounter, but that is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And also a sense that however you conceive of your business now and this work endeavor and the income that you earn from it, to me, it feels that it has a structure of very clear boundaries. And when I say that, I don't just mean like a conscious thought. It feels that with your intention, you're going to state that there are these boundaries and create almost like an energetic force field of this is what this work is. This is what this work is for. This
Mm-hmm.
is the type of interactions that are allowed in this situation. This is the type that are not. And not that you will communicate that with other people, because it really does feel that it's like in your energetic framework, in your soul, there needs to be that specific of a framework drawn up, because I feel you have such a powerful way of working with people and your heart is so open, which I think is a great thing. And your heart has so much love that it's almost like I get the one way of putting it maybe is like you opened your doors and then you got more than you asked for, because
Mm-hmm.
this person came for service and then they're like, wait a minute, now I got all these other feelings happening too.
Mm-hmm.
And and as I said, I can go back and look at that. I don't know about you and this person, but I do feel that whatever has happened is going to be a catalyst for this client, that it's almost like that's not why they came to you, they thought, but you activated transformation for them. Unfortunately, it was like a messy
Mm-hmm.
activation of like not the transformation they were seeking.
Mm-hmm.
How does any of this sit with you so far, what I'm sharing?
Yeah, it resonates a lot. I mean, the setting boundaries, I felt like I had to set better boundaries with men. But
Mm-hmm.
now that you talk about setting boundaries in my business, what I'm calling for and what not, makes a lot of sense.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like getting more specific in my calling, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I'm thinking of a laser too, of with this focus, because you helped this person so profoundly in a way that kind of upset all this stuff, because that's how powerful you are. And yet it also feels like then you clamp down a little bit because it was shocking and jarring and no one expected this type of situation. So it also feels of, if there's a honing in and a focus, and both internally inside of you and the words and the projection outside of you with your business and the boundaries of who you work with and what you help people transform, all of that energy then is channeled in this way that doesn't make it feel like your life gets like rerouted from a car crash to this other direction because of the intensity of the catalyst that you are for people.
Mm-hmm. And how could I manage that? Or I don't know if manage is the word, but like how do I do that in a way that is more healthy for
Yes.
everyone,
Yes.
like me and clients?
Right. Do you ever do any creative visualization practices or any manifesting practices or anything like that?
Yeah, I do manifestation practices, but I'm more on the end of like I prefer not to like get details into the mind. I prefer to
Yes.
leave it to the heart,
Yes.
whatever it guides me.
Yes. I think that's okay, not in your business. And
Okay.
I feel that in your business, whatever you visualize or manifest has to be very specific,
Mm-hmm.
because to me, it feels like when it's with the heart, other people are going to come to you with their own heart stuff.
More
And
personal.
yeah, and you can still work with that heart energy in a way that's much more like contained and specified. That feels more.
I'm plugging this.
Oh, sure.
You can continue.
Yeah, I'm thinking if there's other ways. I don't want to just repeat the things I already said too, but I think you're understanding it. So I'm okay if you stay with the general feelings and the heart, especially, and maybe you're going to get to this, but I don't know if you have a desire to have someone that you have feelings for who it doesn't feel that it's a conflict of interest. Because I think for that person, if you will, great, like manifest from the heart, manifest very general. And yet for business, I think being more specific, still letting that heart energy be there, but knowing that it's contained within, these are the parameters that I work with people, these are the parameters that I'm emotionally involved with these people, and knowing that you're still going to have that transformative effect. I feel that it's going to be very, very effective.
Within a container.
Yes. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
This is a little bit of a side note maybe, but do you have areas of your life where you feel that you get to just be free, like an afternoon a week where you just like go do whatever you want, go wander in the woods, pick flowers in a field, or just like flit from here to there and do things of that nature? Do you ever do that?
Well, I go to the forest almost every day.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I'm a friend of a tree.
Oh, good.
I meditate there.
Me too. Not the same tree, probably, that we're both friends with. Awesome. Good. Because I feel that habit of going to the forest and it feels to me like it's only for pleasure and it doesn't necessarily have a purpose other than going around and wandering around. That is so essential for your whole life happiness, is having that. And that might also make it easier, let's say with the business, that it's very structured, it's very contained. But if there's a part of you that has discomfort, you can just say, yeah, but we go to the forest every day and play with the trees and do this and do that. Yeah.
You have a time and a place for each thing, right?
And sorry if I'm directing this too much, so I don't have to go there if this isn't the thing, but if there's a person that you would like to have in your life that you want to have feelings for, you may want to, it may be a middle ground of a little bit of more specifics, but also knowing that this person helps bring out that free, fun, floating around part of you.
Both. Okay.
Yeah. Is that one of your things that you're seeking in your life as well?
Yeah, I'm single right now, and I have been like, my relationship have been a bit challenging, and I would really like to meet someone who is like, to have a healthy relationship as well, and more like on a soulmate or twin flame even level. That's what I
Yes.
got confused about also with this client. I'm like, okay, maybe it's because there is a soul connection, maybe it was meant to be or something like that. But there is this situation that doesn't make sense, right? Because there's 20 years of age difference, and he has his life and we live in different continents. It feels more like more an unconscious obsession, something like this, like a pattern that I'm rewriting.
Right. Yes. Yes. And I also find when you're getting closer to connecting with a person who is a good fit. Sometimes you have somebody who they have 50% of the qualities or 75%, or they've got some of them and it activates it in you, but
Yeah.
it's not a great fit. Like you said, different continent, age
Yeah.
difference, prior relationship. Like there's a few things that are not working, even though emotionally maybe it was working. So I think having diamond laser like clarity
Yeah.
of 5 to 12 things that are very important for you in this partner.
Okay.
Soulmate connection, probably the same geographical location, like get clear on these are my maximum things that really, really matter. And you can go over 12 if you want, but one of the things that I get is for you to hone in on the biggest things that matter to you, to really focus on those. And it's something that you can hold fairly easily within your mind. That's why I think 5 to 12 qualities is good. And then releasing it, knowing that there's probably going to be 20 other qualities that you like or that might be nice, but that's more that free flowing form of, do you have the same taste in music? Well, if that's really important to you, then maybe that is one of the
It's
12.
not
If
a
it's,
deal breaker.
yeah. And if it's not as much, then it's like, then that doesn't make the cut. But it would be nice if you have it, but that's not
Yeah.
your 12 criteria.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a visual person, you could even draw a diamond or a candle flame, twin flame that looks like a diamond or two diamonds coming together. I don't know. If you like art at all, I would play around with the visuals
Okay.
and you actually drawing it or creating it and then putting those characteristics on there.
Okay. I'll play with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you have a question, you can redirect me. Otherwise, I'll just keep on going with what I'm getting. So do you have a question you want to ask?
Well, yeah, well, more in the money side because right now it's kind of the priority because
Yes.
tomorrow I actually have a test for a job and it's a part-time job that would allow me to still continue with the channel, making videos and so on.
Oh, perfect.
And but right now I'm in my parents' place. I came back here a few years ago already with the pandemics and everything after a relationship and I feel kind of a bit stuck with the money situation. I'm creating the business, but I feel like this relationship situation it's has been so draining, and now I'm finally feeling like I'm really letting go
Mm,
and then getting back that energy for something else. So I'm
yeah.
like, okay, let's focus here. And I got in the movement makers and so on, and yeah, I feel something is changing there, but I would really like guidance on like, is this the right path?
Hmm.
There's some adjustments to make in there.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'll look into that now. And I'm really glad you said you're getting your energy back and getting your focus back. And first off, I'm sure I'll see more, but first off, I'm getting this feeling of laying down bricks. So like you're setting up your foundation and similar. This is a little bit like I said before, sometimes the same symbol keeps on coming up again and again for someone that can be applied to different situations. So the diamond thing is coming up again. And what I feel is there's this something about the structure of it. Okay. It kind of makes me later, I want to look up what the carbon molecules that make up a diamond, like how they form and bond. Anyway, that's just like the scientist part of my brain that's like, I want to go look that up. But but what I'm related to this and similar to what I was talking about with love relationship is this feeling of for you, as you're laying down the foundation, picturing very clearly in your mind, if you have an income structure and a business that supports you, what does the structure look like? Like what are the different income streams that support it? Like what is the framework? So that, and maybe you've already done this, so if you have, that's great. But if you haven't, writing out, essentially, it's almost like a business plan, but it's a little bit funner than that. And I think that's why this diamond design or shape keeps on coming up. So
Yeah.
maybe it's like the different angles of the diamond that each little angle is, maybe it's one revenue stream, or maybe it's like one cornerstone aspect of your work that you're doing.
Mhm.
But making sure that you're visualizing that. And even if, let's say, 9 to 12 months down the road, you've been doing things and then you realize, okay, well, actually, this one revenue stream isn't as easy or lucrative as this other. So I'm going to change my percentages or change the framework. It's fine if you change it later, but I do get a very clear sense of you having the ability to visualize. And I guess percentages is a part of it. So picturing for yourself, okay, I want to have so many percentages of, maybe it's one-on-one clients that you're doing do you call it readings? What do you call it? Astrological analysis?
Yeah, readings.
Okay. So it's like, picture, okay, I want so many percentage of readings, and this is what my weekly or monthly or yearly income will be from that. And then so much from, I don't know, is it ad revenue from your channel? Is it affiliate ad something revenue in another way? Is it a sponsorship thing? But it feels to me like having more than one way that money is coming into your business,
Mhm.
even if that doesn't happen immediately, creating that structure for here's how you see it going. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm getting a little bit more. If I don't know if you've ever looked into doing summits with other people, but I'm also getting the sense of collaborations like that, where maybe there's not a lot of energy output. You just have a 1 hour presentation in someone else's summit, but everyone who signs up, you get an affiliate payout from that. So exploring options like that, where it is a collaborative effort that can help you have financial gain, that's also putting you in front of new people.
Mhm.
Okay, what else am I seeing about this? I'm definitely getting a sense of, ultimately, and I don't know if this is your desire with it, but ultimately it seems like 4 to 5 or maybe even 6 revenue streams that will work well for you, so that if one is more, one might be more prevalent 1 month than another, or if you're tired or get sick and can't do a lot of one-on-ones, well, you still have these other revenue streams coming in. So it feels, over the long run, a structure like that would create balance and security for you. I don't know if you're already thinking of something like that, or if that sounds overwhelming or not.
Well, yeah, actually, I'm thinking about that. I have a little plan, but yeah, I'm writing a book actually.
Oh, good. Oh, awesome. That would be another good one.
Yeah, and the idea is to put it more in front of people, right? It's a way to have this visibility.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's one other thing that I got stuck when I was so sad that like ideas weren't flowing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really like feel called to do that. I don't know if you get anything about that.
Yeah, I'll look into that. I'm glad you're saying that, because it feels like that's a good one. Yeah, I feel like it's good. It a little bit, I don't know how, like, let's say your YouTube channel is gonna go. I a little bit get the sense that it's slow growing, this book, because what I'm seeing is little crystals growing off of it, and I feel like crystals grow slower than plants. And yet, like, they're beautiful. And hey, if you have a pile of crystals, that's usually worth more than a pile of plants. So it might be a little bit, it might not be slower growth, but I'm just sharing. I see crystal growth around it. Let's see what else. And the other thing that I have been getting, both related to the book and these other things, one of the wonderful things about creating this plan and let's say the visual for it. Okay, and I'm getting even more this diamond visual that you create. You can use each branch of your business, each little income stream, and make a diamond about that. Because one of the important things I get is that for you, creating the structure, creating the plan, and then one at a time, looking at one section of the business, let's say your book first. So looking at your book and saying, I anticipate that my book, 6 months from now will have X amount of buyers a day, or I'll be getting this much coming in a month from this book. And then, so setting that intention and that structure, and then opening yourself up to see the possibilities of, if this is what that will look like in 6 months, what are the little things that I need to discover, that I need to do to lead me there. And it does feel that it's a discovery process. With your plan, I don't get the sense that you make a 6-month plan with all the steps. I get that you know the structure that you're going for, and then you let yourself open up and explore, okay, what's one thing that I think is a part of that I need to get there? Okay, let me fully like play and explore that. And then I'll do the next one after that. So it feels really doable in a sequential way, that it's structured, but it also gives you your imagination and your energy time to just feel into it and explore and have the heart intuitive free part of you that wants to discover, but it's giving enough of the structure that it can be setting up the framework so that money is coming to you.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then another thing is that with the job thing, I have a little resistance because I wanted to move, and I feel like this is tying me to this place somehow.
Oh.
And but I mean, I need the money now,
Mm-hmm.
and this would give me a little peace to create content and so on without this factor of, like more like survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, is there another option, or I'm just doing this for now, having patience, and then another door will open later.
Right. Yes. I don't know if this type of thing appeals to you, but one option that I see is, well, I get the sense of, it would feel, even though I know you're resistant to the job, I get the sense that it's not a long-term thing. If you do it, it's a temporary thing to help you build the structure and the foundation to move on to the next thing. And I don't know if you've ever wanted to be in a type of setting where it's almost like a building manager or a caretaker, who you get to live at the place, and part of your job is just living there, being the one to oversee some things. And it's not a very demanding job, and it gives you a place to live, so you don't have to pay to live there, and you get income from it. But it also gives you a lot of freedom to make your own schedule, and one of the reasons I said caretaker was, I feel that maybe it's some place like an inn or a manor or whatever, where there's rooms that people can rent and extensive gardens or trails for walking or something like that. I mean, and you can contradict me if I'm wrong, but it feels like it checks a lot of the boxes for what you want for your lifestyle and is like a nice bridge between stability and freedom, like giving you the freedom in a lot of ways to still do what you want with your time while having a nice place to live and having an income. I'm so excited to tell you about the upcoming book, Talk to the Trees, written by myself, Rachel Strivelli. Talk to the Trees is a short book about connecting to the wisdom of the trees, actually literally talking to them, metaphorically talking to them, learning from the wisdom of these elder beings related to what can we gain from them in terms of resilience, how to get through hard times, how to approach the times that we're in. You can buy it at the places linked below. I would love it if you check it out, share it with a friend, buy it for a friend, and spread the word.
It makes sense. I actually checked that option once a while ago, but I kind of let it go. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
So I'll explore that again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Ibiza,
Ooh.
the island.
Yeah.
So attracted to it. Yeah, and maybe that's a possibility there.
And I also feel, here's the other thing I get about it. Let's say there's a job posting of looking for this. I also get that an owner of a place could be very tickled and delighted to have a resident astrologer / caretaker. It just feels like there's a setting that would be the right thing where they would want you to be there because of your qualities and how cool you are. And it would also almost maybe draw more people in. I don't know where it would be, but anyway, I get that the right place, if you put that on your application, that would like make you move to their top of the list type of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like maybe I should hide that I feel
Yeah.
astrology, but okay.
I don't, for this type of thing, I feel don't hide it. Like come out there as in this is an asset that I bring to you. It's like you could find 50 other people who could do the job, but are they astrologers who can also do this?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have a few more minutes. What else would you like to reflect on together?
Is there something important that I didn't ask that maybe would be important for me now?
Whew. Oh my goodness. This is sometimes I feel the energy coming in, all my emotions come into. So I'm going to share this vision that I'm getting, and I don't know if you're the person or this is the being that's interacting with you. And I'll try and describe it to the best of my ability. I'll also try and later see, can I figure out where I've seen something like this? But I get the sense of this diamond goddess or like elven goddess, but diamonds is her thing. So she's covered in diamonds. She's also holding out diamonds in her hands together. And it feels both that she's doing that to you, but also what you offer the world. That's kind of who you are in the world, is you're this lovely diamond goddess who's just offering people diamonds. And yeah, I'm getting goosebumps on my arms now. So I know you've had with this situation that happened with that client, emotionally a lot, and some rocky upheaval emotionally. And I don't know if it also created some self-doubt or apprehension as to, well, if I use my gifts in this way, like, look at this that happens, and now my life is this way. So I don't know if any of that occurred for you, but the strength and beauty and gift of this diamond goddess image that's coming to me is really just highlighting what you have to offer people is as valuable as diamonds, and your ability to have it is, there's such an abundance of this gift of yours that you can just give people diamonds, and it's just in your nature. So it's a little bit speaking to your value to remember and carry this of like, you're the diamond goddess, or the diamond goddess is working with you, and the work that you do is giving people these lovely diamond clusters and geodes. And so remembering that and embodying that, and any person can question sometimes, like, oh, am I doing a good job, or what about this, or what about that, any one of us can feel the self-doubt, but and that's why before it's like, put that you're an astrologer on this application for if you're going to apply to be a caretaker, because that's the thing that is the gift that you have to give people, that is valuable to them, and you have such value.
Okay, that means a lot. And also, actually, now I understand because I don't know, a few weeks ago or something, when I was in the tree, I felt like I had to listen to that song from Rihanna or something that says "Diamonds in the Sky" or something like that.
Ooh,
And I'm like, I haven't heard this song in years. Why I have this need to listen to it? And now it
yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, I love it. That's so perfect. That makes me glad. Well, in a moment, I'll have you share for anybody who will watch this later, like, was this helpful for you or what you got out of it? But is there anything else that you want to say or ask me that's quick before we kind of end that part of our time together?
No, this very grateful for the space and the feeling. I mean, I'm a feeler, so it was really good. I love it. Thank you,
Oh,
Rachel.
oh, you're
Thank you for
welcome.
this gift.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm not a giver of diamonds, but it's whatever I give is I'm more of a plant giver. But I love that you're giving diamonds. I think that's really special. Okay, so for the viewers, so they can assess or know how you assess, do you feel like you got something helpful that can be impactful for you, or does any of this make sense for you?
Yes, I mean the most valuable is about this situation that was kind of making me doubt if I was on the right track or something, and I mean I slowly got back on track, but I was having this kind of doubt now that if I'm going the right direction, and now I feel like, okay, no more doubts, go for it. And so
Yeah.
this is super valuable. I mean,
Oh, good. I'm
thank you
so
so much.
glad. Yes, no more doubts. If you start doubting, just message me. I'll be like, listen, diamond goddess lady. I'll just send you
Okay,
pictures of diamonds.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I know that so many people are gonna be excited to get the diamonds that you give them.
Okay, I'll share.
Awesome. I am here to tell you about my free manifesting short course that you can download below. It's 5 days of doodling and manifesting, getting you to look at manifesting in a fresh new way and getting that creative muscle working so you can start making new connections and seeing new things that you have never seen before. Go ahead and download that free course below.